Good evening and welcome to Duck TV News. I'm Audrey Roberts.
And I'm Dylan Bibbs. We have an update on the school shooting that happened just south of here a few weeks ago. Audrey, what do you have?
On October 1st, a shooting occurred at Umpqua Community College. The condition of one of the survivors has improved since she was transported to Sacred Heart Medical Center in Springfield nearly 3 weeks ago. 19-year-old Julie Woodworth is no longer in critical condition, but remains in the intensive care unit. The hospital said she has years of recovery ahead of her. As of Monday, October 12th, classes are back in session at UCC. Duck TV News sends its deepest condolences to the 7 wounded survivors, the 9 lives who were taken, and everyone who has been affected by this act of violence.
As a part of National Hispanic Heritage Month, the UO hosted a forum to discuss educational issues among Latinos. Let's take it to Arabella Adler to learn more.
Here at the Ford Alumni Center, the University of Oregon is holding a public forum to discuss different solutions to financial and educational gaps that Latino students face. To mark the beginning of Hispanic Heritage Month, the event, the Latino and K-12 Education Bridging Research and Practice, focuses on what can be done to promote equity and reduce achievement gaps between Latino and white students. We spoke to Ellen Holly McWhorter, who is the Director of Training, Counseling Psychology Program, to learn more.
I've always been very committed to Latino adolescents and promoting their optimal development. So the opportunity to put on this event was a way of bringing together other people who are really committed to Latinos and supporting them throughout their educational development.
This event brought the community together who are all interested in the same cause and want to learn more about the Latino education experience.
And so I think that at the university we are working on being responsive to them as whole human beings, and I think we haven't quite figured out how to provide enough support yet.
The discussion is not only raising awareness for the education experience of Latino students, but is also making growth and achievement possible for all students. For Duck TV News, I'm Arabella Adler. Back to the desk.
Oregon's first week of recreational pot sales topped $11 million. That's more than double Colorado made its first week selling the substance. The state now estimates it will make as much as 4 times the money in taxes than expected. It took Washington a month to earn $2 million.
To keep up with the competition of Eugene's beer-centric community, Elkhorn Brewery has got something brewing. The newly opened business is slightly more than a year old, but it continues to bring new drinks to its customers. Almost every week, the brewery comes up with a unique soda, beer, or cider to reveal at their event, Tap It, Taste It Tuesday. The head brewer says his favorite creation was a cider for the holidays with the essence of cloves and seasonal spices.
For the Taste Tap It Tuesday, like little one-offs that ended up being permanent taps. So like the coconut stout.
With 24 taps, the company can't reveal a new drink every Tuesday, but looking forward, the brewers are hoping to expand. We'll have to keep a lookout for new seasonal drinks this holiday season, perfect for the fall weather. And now, let's take it to Caitlin Medeiros, who's here to tell us about this week's forecast.
Thanks, Dylan. Conditions aren't going to be changing much over the weekend compared to what we've seen all month. In Eugene, there'll be a high of 64 Friday and Saturday and 65 on Sunday, with lows in the lower to mid-40s. So this seems like the perfect weather to stay in and get ready for midterms with some indoor study sessions. If you're heading up to Portland for the weekend, temperatures are pretty similar, with highs of 65 and lows in the upper 40s and low 50s. Both cities will have some sun showing up along with cloudy skies to start the weekend off, but expect showers on Sunday. That's it for the weekend forecast. Back to the desk.
Thanks, Caitlin. A University of Oregon professor is stepping down from his position after stating that he felt a deep rage towards the university for its treatment of sexual assault victims and perpetrators. Michael Hames Garcia, a survivor of sexual assault himself, was the director of the Center for the Study of Women in Society. He said he felt that the center needed a director who could dedicate him or herself more to the position than he could. Former director Carol Stable will serve as interim until a permanent replacement is found.
Oregon's unemployment rate took an unusual turn this past month. Spencer Herbis has the story. Spencer?
There were over 5,000 jobs lost this past month, the largest loss in a single month over the last 6 years, and Oregon economists are struggling to find answers to what might have caused this unusual downturn. This change was quite the surprise, as Oregon's unemployment rate reached record lows over the last few years. Since the Great Recession, Washington, California, and Oregon are among some of the top states to bounce back, with higher employment rates and stronger economic growth.
Oregon has been in the top 10 of over-the-year job growth for several months now. You know, when we start getting 3.5% a year job growth, that's very strong job growth.
According to statistics from the Oregon Employment Department, retail, construction, business services, leisure, and hospitality are industries that were hit the hardest by this drop. These industries see the decline seasonally, but this time the loss was greater than normal. However, economists say there is no cause for alarm, as it looks like a one-month aberration than a blow to overall economic conditions.
It's really no need for concern right now. We've gone 3 years with strong employment growth. That may be slowing a little bit, but 1 month does not a trend make.
Employment agencies such as WorkSource in Eugene are offering recently unemployed individuals the resources they need to find a new line of work. Although the overall unemployment rate is still relatively low, these agencies are still packed with people looking for job opportunities. Economists say it is too early to tell whether this is just a blip or a sign of slower economic growth for the state of Oregon. In Eugene, Spencer Herbis, Duck TV News.
We'll know more after next month's economic report. Thanks for joining us this week. I'm Audrey Roberts.
And I'm Dylan Vibes. Have a great night, everyone.